Boy, let me tell you something about the day that we met. I look into your beautiful eyes.
Hey everyone, 2Souls over here with Souls from the Struggle. And today our special guest that we have is Jax Cortez, also known as Jax Music on Instagram and YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So we want to just thank her for coming, first of all. And we are in the city of Lincoln Heights. What?
Yes, Lincoln Heights.
Anyways, so we want to get to know a little bit more about who Jax is and where'd you grow up at?
Well, I'm Salvadorian, first of all. And I grew up in the valley. In El Valle.
All right.
Right?
Valley girl.
Valley girl over here, without the blonde though. But I grew up in the valley. I am very young. And I love to sing, I guess. That's pretty much my thing.
All right. Well,
I'm saving the questions for you, you know?
Did you always live in the valley?
Yes, actually, when we came from El Salvador, obviously, you know, we did the little like border thing because my parents obviously came over here illegally. We were, I think, like a little bit, maybe a couple of months or a year, I'm not really sure, don't quote me on that if my mom's watching, for a little bit in LA. So we were there for a little bit and then we went to San Fernando. Right, but then I don't know what happened, but we ended up in Canoga Park. So I'm from Canoga Park, because that's where I lived most of my years. Then we moved around, obviously, you know, trying to find somewhere better or a bigger spot, cheaper spots too. So we went to as far as Arleta. We moved over there, and then back to Canoga Park. So I'm from Canoga Park. That's how I see it now.
So that's what you represent, right?
I represent Canoga Park, A1A over here.
All right. You heard that, guys. And so you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have. I'm actually the oldest. So I have a younger sister and a younger brother. And that's it, yeah. I was about to add another kid and I didn't even. I was like, wait, hold on.
Was it difficult when you were growing up, like when you were a little girl? Did you find anything difficult when you were growing up?
Yes. I had a lot of challenges actually growing up. I had a really tough childhood growing up. There was like a lot of, you know, things going on, you know what I mean? Especially in the Latino families, you know what I mean? There's a lot sometimes going on that it's hard to grow up when you're going through certain things, but that's for another time, right?
Okay.
But yeah, even trying to like fit in schools. Like for me, I feel like it was really hard when I was growing up.
What did you find the most challenging when you were growing up in school? Like you said, give us a little bit so that way the viewers could understand. You know, so a lot of them don't understand the background that we Latinos grow up in. You know.
Yeah.
So just what is it that one thing that you want to you know open up to?
One of them, I think it was like my dad was really strict. He was really strict. So it's like to me it was very important. Every single thing that like yo quería que me aceptara, right? This is Spanglish, right? We can do that?
Yeah.
Let the train.
Excuse the train, guys.
Making high speed rude up in this. Okay.
All right, so you were saying that when you were growing up, your dad was really strict?
Yeah, my dad was actually really, really strict. So for me, my dad, because también él era muy como, I don't know if it's a Salvadorian thing, but it's like, to me, my dad was really tough.
Oh, okay.
Like really tough. Like I want to say I was raised kind of like a boy. Like he would be always like, growing up, he would remind me like, you are going to be independent. You're not going to need this. You're tú vas a estar haciéndolo sola, right?
Yeah.
And then, so me growing up, especially because I wasn't girly, like I was a tomboy growing up too, because of how he was. To me, to get accepted in like with friends, especially when I got into middle school and high school, it was hard for me because it's like you wanted to be like accepted by the mean girls, you know what I mean? And it was hard. So for me, like I was really outgoing, but the only way that you were able to get to know that side of me is if we personally got real close, right? Other than that, is like with other people, yo sentía que growing up, because of my dad, how he had me or how he raised me, I would try too hard to be accepted by other girls growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could you tell us about a time you found yourself feeling like that you wanted to give up, like when you were growing up, like maybe if you had hard times, like being a teenager, struggles that you dealt with?
Oh, girl.
You can name?
Growing up for me, because of situations that happened, me growing up, there was a lot of times, even as a little kid, that I was like done. Really? With a lot of things, you know, that sadly as a kid I also learned to block a lot of, you know, situations. And there was a lot of moments where I was like, you know what, I can't deal with this, I can't handle this. But I think the main thing was when COVID happened. That was a big time for me, that it was a downfall for me. Because of the fact that me growing up, todo lo que me pasó and everything I went through, I blocked it out. I learned how to block things out. I never spoke about it. I never told anybody. I never, I hide a lot of pain behind my smile. And you may say la chistosa after a while. Like I was known as the Joker after a while, because I was always like da 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 da. But when I went home, I was like, and I was by myself, I was like really down. And especially when COVID happened, and you know, staying home, a lot of people, I'm sure that they went through that stuff, or they went through that loneliness. Yeah, like being at home and struggling with your thoughts, really.
Exactly.
And me being alone too, it was just like, I mean, I had my son because I also have a 13-year-old. I had him there, but sometimes, you know, he has to go with his other parent. And I was left alone there and not working. Como yo estaba acostumbrada a trabajar at least 2 jobs. That to me me salió, como dicen, los demonios. Like, so many things came out that for me when COVID started, especially 2021, girl, I went through so much depression that I almost called it quits. Like I was almost like done with it. Like I didn't care. I was like, man, I went through all of this and now it's like I'm sad now and what do I do, you know? But luckily, I mean, I'm still here. I didn't give up on myself, and
that's good.
You know what I mean?
You know, you pushed through it. You pushed through your struggles. And so, how does music play a part of your life? Like, how did that come up? Like, when you realized that, wow, I want to go ahead and start singing?
I was actually, my mom also has told me that when I was a little girl, siempre agarraba la cuerda the vacuum. So I would be like, even with a brush, you know, whatever's like looks certain
like
way. I was like that. I would start. And Selena, I'm sure to a lot of people, but Selena, to me, I feel like I got on a personal level with her, because a lot of songs que ella cantaba, even though I didn't know nothing about love when I was a kid, but her voice was just so beautiful to me that era como mi like my safe place too, you know, and my inspiration too. So then, you know, from what I remember when I was like 5 years old and up, I loved to sing. I would sing oldies, anything that my dad would play, like, or my mom would play. I would just get on there, and then the Beatles, they were the other group that I felt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a big part, because the song from the Beatles, Hey Jude, to me, that song saved me in so many ways to feel really sad when I was a kid. I don't know if you like know exactly the words for that song.
Not really, no.
Listen to it, and it was just, that was my jam growing up. If I felt sad, or if I was going through something, or I was hurting, I would play that, and then I was fine.
Wow. And how old were you?
When I started liking the Beatles, I was like 6, 7 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So I was obsessed with them.
So young.
Yeah, Paul McCartney was bae.
Paul McCartney, guys.
He was bae for me.
That's her bae.
He was my boo.
Oh man.
Yeah, but that I feel like, it was just music to me at my life. Like, even to this day, I feel like if I feel a certain way and you, like, for example, you hurt me in some way, I'm like, let me find this song, because I can't tell you, but I'm going to send this to you.
Oh, you're going to say it with the song. Yeah. Wow. And so when Selena started hitting, like, when it happened with Selena, did you cry?
Girl, so when Selena passed away, the next day was Selena's concert, or actually that morning. Yeah, so my aunt had got me tickets for her concert, and then when we were in there sitting down, they had announced that she had passed away. So to me, I was heartbroken because I was waiting for that day to see her. I mean, ya sé que no la iba a tocar ni nada or be close to her, but the fact that I was in the same place
was that
as
gonna
her.
Be the first time you saw her?
Yeah, in person.
My goodness.
Well, you know, far, but I was gonna.
The first time concert that you're gonna.
So I was so excited. So I was so, like, I was so lost, to be honest, because I was so excited to see her, and it was a really sad day for me that day, to be honest. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, everybody was saddened about her death. You know, I know I was in school when I heard it. We were all in school when we heard it. So yeah, it was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Do you go to like a special, like, do you have like a routine or anything that, like, do you sit in a certain place, or you have to have something like, you know, like some kind of like go to the beach or like quiet place, or when you start writing, like where
basically, yeah, like now I'm kind of like, I just do it at home, but before I had this habit I was always feeling a certain type of way en la noche. So I would book it to the beach, even though it was dangerous. I mean, now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, you didn't even think about it. You could have been like freaking secuestrada or something, like, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But I would go, and there was like a special place when you're by, you kind of pass Suma Beach, and there's some rocks. I forgot exactly where the location is, but it's una rocas que is like a long bridge of rocks towards the water. And then yo me quedaba ahí in the corner, sentadita. And I would use like a little lamp, and then I was just like write and stuff. And that was my thing. I would go by myself. Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, what is wrong with you? You could have died or something. Been kidnapped. But to me, it was like so calm. It was just me letting it out. Hasta gritaba a veces ahí in the middle of the beach, you know, just to feel better and just to come back and be like, all right, shake it off, you know? Stop being a little beat.
And your parents, do they support what you do as a singer?
My dad actually, so I started singing at church when I was younger. So I have an album,
in a choir?
a Christian, no, but I solo. I started, and he got me a vocal coach, and it was great, whatever. And once I was like, oh, pues yo quiero cantar, you know, like, you know, other stuff, you know? And he was like, no, well, if you're gonna sing out of church, then ya te voy a quitar todo. And he bought me, because I had speakers and I had like all microphone set y todo. He literally like was like, if you're gonna do that, then like pretty much I'm cutting you off. Like I'm not gonna, you know. My mom was kind of like, oh, I don't know, you know, I don't know, how far is it gonna go? Like, it's like she wasn't supporting me, but she was, but nah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But my dad for sure wasn't. My dad was like, te vas a meter en coca. Te vas a meter en eso.
That's the first thing that people think when you want to, you know, be in that kind of like life as a career, like a singer or musician or whatever have you. I mean, yeah, it has its stereotypes, you know, where people do drugs and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, if you have a good, strong background with family, like I don't think that would be something that you would want to.
I know, and I agree with that, because I mean, si yo hubiera querido, if you knew my whole story since I was 5 years old, I could have been lost in drugs. I could have been lost in so many ways. I don't even know where I had been. Where would I have been if I would have been? I don't want to say weak, because I know there's certain people that haven't been able to handle it, and they, you know, they get lost. And I'm not nobody to judge them, because cada quien, you know. But at least myself, I feel like after everything that has happened to me, it's like I could have got lost in drugs. And I feel like, why would I get lost now doing music? Cuando si no lo hice hace mucho, haciendo drogas, you know? Why would I do it now?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how I see it.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's a good point. I mean, that's what people do when they're like, either they have that option of doing it or not. And just because you became a singer doesn't mean that you're gonna do that.
Exactly.
But a lot of our parents, you know, with the backgrounds of that way, the Latino like heritage and stuff, like they think about, oh well, you know, no se va a meter en esto, se va a meter en otro.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of like supporting you, like saying, oh, you know what, you can do it. You could be that next Selena.
Yeah, I know. Come on, girl, do it. No, they were
she
like,
actually has a jacket with Selena in the back of her. You guys want to show? You want to show her?
I do.
Look at this.
I got my Selena.
Isn't it
cute? It's cute.
In honor of Selena, guys.
In honor of Selena, exactly.
So, let's see. What does it make you feel like when you're like on stage, or like when you're performing in front of people?
The first time that I performed, it was actually with Young Baka that they invited me to go perform.
Oh, that was your first time?
That was my first legit
and what song
first
did you
time.
Sing?
I sang X and Goodbye, which were the two first ones that I did with my new producer, because I had two producers. The Goodbye was my first one that I did with my new producer, Manny, and when I went to perform, even though it was not a big crowd, it was like literally a couple of people, I was
nervous.
Girl, I was like, me duele la panza, you know, like what's going on? I was really nervous, but when I got up there, honestly, like I felt like, to me, I saw a big crowd. Like to me, I just saw estrellas everywhere, you know? And when I started singing, me sentía like I was just free. You know, I felt so happy, I felt good, you know? And once I got off, I was like, fuck. Yup, this is what I've been waiting for, you know? This is what I've been waiting for. The second time was with Oldskool. He actually invited me to go at, I believe it was the City of Commerce.
Yeah. Pico Rivera.
Oh, Pico Rivera.
Is that the day that I was there?
Yeah. So that's I believe that was my second time that I performed. And it was just another day too. It was more people, a little bit more people.
Yeah.
Y me pusía nerviosa. You guys pumping me up. Yeah, you were pumping me up. Yes. You know, everybody else was pumping me up. It was more of a great feeling that I was like, I want to do this. Like this is. At first I thought, you know, I just love to sing. Maybe I just, you know, for the fun of it or algo. Now I was like, no, this is what I've always wanted. And I know that I've been kind of like MIA because, you know, life happens también. But the feeling right now, I'm like on adrenaline right now. And then when I performed my third time, that was recent, with Oldskool functions.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, there was more people. So to me, I was just like, okay, they're getting bigger, you know? And then, I mean, I'm nervous, but I was like, no, I'm liking it. I'm feeling it, you know? Ya después siento que cuando I get off the stage, I'm like, oh shit. I'm all wiggly, like, okay. I don't, okay. But I was, you know, keeping it together when I was up there.
Right, that's right. Oh, man. And so, do you play any instruments?
No. I'm not talented like my brother. My brother plays everything that you can think of, solo by ear. Wow. Like he'll just learn it by ear, hear it. So the motherfucker don't want to teach me how to play guitar, but I'm starting to learn how to play the guitarra. Like I mess with it. He gave me one of his guitars, so I'm playing it, like messing it. So I want to try to be more Taylor Latina Swift. You know? So I'm gonna see how that goes.
And what about are you into any sports? Did you grow up playing sports or?
Yes, my dad actually got us into soccer.
Oh.
So I would play soccer till middle school. And yeah, me quebré los ankles and it was all bad, girl.
Really?
Yeah. So, and then
How old are you?
I was, middle school. I was 12, 13. I don't even.
When you were playing?
Yeah, I was playing for the school, yeah. And yeah, it was just bad, girl. My ankles got messed up. And then growing older, my ex-boyfriend that we were talking about earlier here in Lincoln Heights, he lives close by. That person that was my boyfriend at the time, he was a basketball player. So I started getting more into basketball. I was already into basketball because of Kobe, but I started playing because he was really like he was playing basketball. So I was like, okay, I want to play basketball too, you know?
Because I like playing basketball.
Oh, let's do this, girl.
Basketball in my neighborhood.
Girl, we gotta do that then.
Yes.
You probably kick my ass though.
Here, one-on-one, we're gonna have to do a playoff.
She's probably gonna kick my ass, but I'm gonna try.
So you already told us like where you performed first, which was Young Baka. You said, huh?
Yeah, with Young Baka.
How did you meet him?
I met him. How did I meet him? I don't even know. I think it was just online on Instagram.
Okay.
I met a lot of people on Instagram. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's how we met. Yeah, exactly. So it's like with him, I think it was the same way. And he was like, oh, you sing, you know, you should come perform, blah, blah, blah. So we exchanged information. And I was like, after that, I was ready to go. Yeah.
So what song are you really proud of that you've sang? Like,
Goodbye. Goodbye is because Goodbye means a lot for me. And not only that, but Goodbye was when me and my producer, that was our first song, my new producer, that was our first song together. I felt like he just heard what I wanted, heard what I needed, heard what I needed to say. And he got two and two together. Y después cuando oí la canción, I was just like, yes. And then the video too, I edited myself and I directed it myself. So to me era todo lo que yo quería sacar. It was dark, you know, and also at the same time, it's like you're feeling a certain way. I'm sure a lot of people have felt, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Or men and women, sorry, have felt sometimes trapped by relationships that are toxic or, you know, so for me, that song was to a lot of relationships, you know, and me being able to say, hey man, I'm fucking hurting and I need to let go of this person, and singing that song and putting it out there, I felt like it was kind of like a goodbye, you know what I mean? So I'm really proud of that song.
Yeah. So currently right now, besides music, what is it that you do as your career? Like besides your career music?
Besides my career music, I actually ain't doing shit. No kidding.
Work. I know you work.
I actually, I started working at the Disney lot because I like film también.
At the what?
Disney lot.
What's that?
So Walt Disney, you know how they have the lot, así como Universal that has the back lot where you could film y todo eso. So there's a Disney lot as well in Burbank. And I started working there. So I've been pretty much now in the catering business and, you know, being around films. Like I was able to be in the catering for Fast 9. I got to meet Michelle Rodriguez in the Disney lot, which she's my favorite actress ever. Let me tell you, I love her because she's such a tomboy.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like, girl, me and you are the same person. You know. So when I met her, it was really exciting to meet her and be able to be like, oh my God, because I didn't get to meet Selena. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like, okay, I cumplí una, you know, right there. So I mean, I got to. So I worked, started at Disney lot, and then I moved right now at DreamWorks Animation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so right now I'm at DreamWorks Animation, but due to, of course, to COVID, we're on a little break. COVID. But yeah.
Jeez. So, did you like when you were when you got out of high school? You went out of high school and all that. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't. I was that one Latina.
You was that one Latina.
I'm like that one Latina that was like, nah, I'm not gonna go to college. No, thank you.
So college ain't for everybody, you know.
Yeah, it was honestly no school was good for me. If my kids watching, school is good.
For all you guys watching, school
is good.
Man, so do you have any projects that you're out there like doing right now that we don't know about that you might want to give us a little sneak peek?
Damn. Well, I actually was recently talking to an artist that I met. Well, I was following him. Well, we're following each other, and I know you know him. Maybe we'll talk about it. But me and him kind of like linked up, and we actually met in person as well. And yeah, we're talking about doing something together, basically, which has to do with exes, you know, because he's feeling a certain type of way, I'm feeling a certain type of way, and we're like both feeling that type of way. So we're like, dude, you and I will be Bad Bunny and Karol G, you know what I mean? So,
shit. Look out,
we're pretty, we're gonna start working on that.
Right.
Other things is like I have also a couple of collabs with a couple of artists. So those, I'm waiting on those to come out too. And like I said, I can't really like, you know. But once those are out, I'm excited too, girl. I'm excited.
Man.
Yeah,
that's dope.
very
Yeah,
excited.
I'm really proud of you. That's a good feeling to know.
Oh, the one I can announce though is a remix for Goodbye. So I did a remix with Squishy.
Oh shit.
Girl.
Squishy,
It's fucking
1991 on Instagram.
Yes.
Guys, follow her.
Squishy 1991. Yes, she is lit. That girl's on fire. Her and I got together, so we did a remix for Goodbye, and it was the cherry on top, her part that she did. Girl, I hear it all the time. We're actually gonna start doing the music video next month.
Oh damn!
It's not February, right?
I'm like, girl,
I'll let you know. We do. But yeah, it's like but February is gonna start. We're gonna start filming, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really exciting to get that done, you know?
Yes,
like
definitely.
When you see it must be a good feeling when you see that the song that you made and you put on paper comes to life in a video.
Yes,
that's the most good feeling,
especially with Goodbye, it's gonna be a big ass remix. So we're gonna mix in the old one with a lot of going on. Like it's kind of like gonna be like this remix is gonna be like a Good Girl Gone Bad. Because right there it's just una mujer que se sentía like trapped, right? For that first video. Now with this remix, it's gonna be like a Good Girl Gone Bad. Like my style, obviously, I changed my hair and I feel like more like myself, like to be honest. And I feel like this music video is gonna be like, to me, it's gonna be a big accomplishment because how I'm gonna even be able to, be able to show who I really am as a person, my style, my hair. So I'm very excited, girl.
Yeah. You remind me kind of like a Katy Perry story.
Stop.
And your like style too, but not that, but your story, because Katy Perry, she sang in a Christian group too. She was a singer in a Christian church.
Oh, I didn't even know.
And her the same thing happened. Like they were against her singing and all that, because she started singing in like church, you know.
Yeah.
And also now she's a superstar, pop star, and all that.
I'm gonna send you a picture of the album of, girl, I was dressed like a nun. I was like, what the hell? Can I wear jeans, please? You know, like, it was just, I don't know. I mean, but it was a good album. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'm a big believer in God. So, and I'm, thanks to him, like, I've accomplished and survived a lot of things, you know? Don't get me wrong. Like, I love God and I believe in God. ¿Verdad? Pero it's just like me singing at church was kind of like, yes, I'll still sing, but I also want to be like, telling people how I feel, you know?
You want to spread your wings out and tell people how you felt. And that's the thing, that the platform of a singer or a rapper is to express your emotions. It's to express your feelings and your thoughts, and you want to be heard. You know? And that's kind of like, you know, how it is. I mean, with rappers especially too, you know? Like they sing their heart out, their emotions. And when you sing it with more feelings, I think that the audience that you're trying to get to is going to hear it even more. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel what you're going through, and they can relate to it, you know?
Yeah, and there's another thing that actually, when we were at Drunken Heights, I don't know if you remember, there's a song that is going to tell my story. Not in details, obviously, because, you know, obviously in details tampoco se puede, you know? But it's going to say a little bit where people are going to be like, oh crap, she went through that.
What
oh crap, she went through that. It's a new song, and we're actually still working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, it's very touchy to the point where I could be finishing writing it, and then I'll try to practice on it, that me lloro, and I'm kind of like, no, and I'll rip it and be like, no. So it's like something that I'm battling with, but I do want to take out that song because I feel like there's a lot of people that have gone through certain stuff that I feel like this song will help them maybe not heal right away, but at least be like, crap, there's somebody else to start talking about it. And you know, because there's a lot of people that I feel like growing up también se quedan calladitas, you know, or calladitos, and it's just hard to talk about sometimes. But
and I think that has a lot to do with our with being Latino. A lot of us, well, you know, me personally, like we grew up not wanting to express our feelings because we're bashed when you do. You know, so when you start talking about how you feel deep down inside, or expressing something like that to somebody, then all of a sudden, like, they don't want to hear you, or they're like, why are you complaining, and stuff like that. So
he's like, it's getting too serious.
Showing us our donuts over here so we can go eat.
Yeah, well, especialmente con my dad, his thing was like, you need to toughen up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And it's like, you need to stop. You need to get it together. No says, you know, Cortezes, we're Cortezes, you know? So it's like
don't cry.
Yeah, like, we had to be tough.
Yeah, you can't cry, that's the thing.
I was like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
Why you crying? Why you crying? like yourself is. Who's crying? Oh, está llorando.
Okay la. No,
man, so I know that you've been on a couple podcasts, or no? How many? Was it Drunk on the Heights the first one?
No, the Groove Shack Radio was the first one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I met you. I mean, that's how I started following.
Yeah, and because of him also, like, I got a pretty known after that. Like, a lot of people started following me, so he's like a big part too of me, you know, starting, because he literally like shares me left and right, you know. And then when I met you, you were like, I was like, oh damn, you know, like people are following me, they're interested, you know. So yeah, so it was that one. Then Drunk in the Heights.
Well, how did you meet the Groove Shack though?
On the internet and on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram, you just started following him?
I don't even remember, to be honest. Me and him need to conversate about that, because I think it was on Instagram. I think he was following somebody or something. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't even know how I got across, but I know that I followed him first. I believe I followed him first.
Oh, okay.
And then he just reached out to me because obviously I was posting stuff about my music, and he did reach out to me. I was like, hey, you know, come, I want to interview you. Let's do this. You know, I was like, hell yeah, let's fucking do this. I'm ready when you're ready. You know, so it was the Groove Shack, and then
since that was your first one, and I don't recall if were you because he does the online radio, but were you also on his live stream? Was he doing live stream too?
Yeah.
Oh, did you get nervous? How did you feel that first time?
Oh yeah,
I don't know how you feel. Tell us.
I felt like I was like, oh my god, yes. Like that's how I felt like I was talking. You know how when you first meet a guy, I don't know if you ever did it, but I'm gonna admit it right now. Like cuando conocía, like you know, a guy calls you. Don't make fun of me. You know when a guy calls you and you're like, what the fuck, da da da, and you're hello. That was how I felt
like nice,
my
cute
first
voice.
life. Yeah, and I'm like, hello. You know, my cousins were like, what the fuck? This bitch just changed her voice. Like, what the hell? Who is this bitch? And I would be like, what? Shut the fuck up. You know? Hasta ni, I don't even curse and shit. I'm like, hello, yeah, Jesus. You know what I mean? Like me hacía la güey, you know, but yeah, that's how I felt for my first. And I was like, I wasn't even looking at the camera, you know, because you want to make like eye contact según, you know, through the camera. But I honestly was looking at myself the whole time. I was like, don't look stupid.
You heard that? Oh, Gru's probably going to watch this, hopefully, and he's going to be like, she was looking at herself all this time. She wasn't even looking at me.
She wasn't even caring about me.
Or the audience.
Yeah, but I loved it, though. He's such a great person. That he's going to get big. I know he is.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
like, it's amazing.
Yeah, so then after the Groove Shack, then you went to, what was the next one?
Then I met 2Souls.
Oh,
and then she got me 2 interviews. It was with Drunk in the Heights.
Drunk in the Heights.
That Drunk in the Heights.
She got tore up to the floor.
I got tore up to the floor. I got drunk in the Heights.
Though. We did have fun.
Yeah, we did. It was fun. It was really fun. I just almost murdered someone that kept on trying to ring the bell.
Oh my God, the bell.
I was like, what the? I just finished a shot. And then the other one was Long Beach or Carlos. Uh-huh. And that was my third one. And then I'm here.
Yeah, well, the Nightcap bootleg. That's right.
Yeah, there you go. The Nightcap.
Nightcap bootleg. That one was not in person though, right? It was
yeah, it was online.
Online too.
Yeah,
on live stream.
So yeah, Drunk in the Heights was in person.
One in person and then 2 live.
Yeah, and then so I did 1 and 1. Groove was live. Then Drunk in the Heights was person. Then I did them live, and then here I am.
Person.
Hey.
Interview in person because I'm special. She came to me. Oh my God, this guy. Anyway.
El exnovio no está aquí, ¿verdad? No.
I can get that.
Damn.
All right, ready?
Ready.
So tell some juicy topic here. So I want to know. All the inquiring minds want to know because you're a beautiful woman.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure you have a lot of followers looking at you like, is she single? So everybody wants to know.
Well, I get a lot of DMs asking me the question. Yes, I am single.
Oh, shit. You heard it here, guys. She's single.
Not ready to mingle.
Not ready to mingle.
Unless, you know, well, si me agarras la atención, well, hell, no,
oh, you got to sweep her off her feet.
Exactly. But yeah, I am. Uy, me asustaste. I was like, you're tóxico. I'm single, yeah.
You got to drink some.
Me too. We both got to drink some, girl.
That's the water boy.
That's the water boy.
I'm dead. If I would have spit, that would have been bad.
That's gonna stay in there. All the guys
Oh, yeah, I just asked her about her love life. So she said if she spits, that's bad.
That's what she said. Literally. But yeah, I am.
So you are single?
I am single, yeah.
Okay.
I've never said that out loud. I'm single, y'all.
Get it off your chest.
I'm getting after my chest.
Jeez. So you have 1 child, or how many kids you have?
I have 1 13-year-old. He's about to be 14.
Oh, okay.
He's my little monkey butt. Oh, he'll get mad if I say it. Now everybody's gonna know what I call him. Can we cut that off?
It's all right. We all have nicknames for our kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he's my one and only. Oh, I'm not allowed to have more kids, he says. He was like,
really? He wants to be the only
you're
one.
cut off. He's like, yeah, and I'm not allowed to have boyfriends either. He was like,
look at him.
He's like, I'm the man of your life. You know?
Oh,
But
kids, yeah. This is how sometimes some boys are, you know, overprotective of their mothers. I mean, they do it with a lot of love. They care, you know, they love, and they just want to be you know, making sure that you're safe and that, you know, you don't get messed up with the wrong guy. You know,
exactly. He's always like, Mom, if somebody hurts you, I'm gonna beat him up. I'm like, ay, mijo. It's the thought that counts, because you're so small still. Because he's young, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I love the fuck out of my son. So
yeah. And what kind of food do you like to eat? Because I know you said you're Salvadorian, so
girl.
I know they make some good food. Does your mom cook?
Okay, so here's where I might get some hate. I feel it, guys. Somebody's looking at me. I don't like pupusas.
What?
Okay, it's not that I don't. Okay, I do like them, pero yo siento que growing up, eso es todo lo que pasaba comiendo. Pupusa, like my mom would always like, my mom knows how to make pupusas too, so it's like, now it's like pupusa. No.
She's like, no.
Don't ask me. But she's taught us, and yeah, like I don't know pupusas. So my favorite dish though, girl, I love carne asada, steak, sirloin steak. Hello. I love everything that is a steak, and then con mashed potatoes and grilled corn and grilled onions. That's my favorite dish. Ahora ya tengo hambre.
But like, what kind of so like, there's Italian, Chinese, there's Mexican, there's, you know, Indian food. Like, what's your like go-to?
Mexican food.
Mexican food?
Yes, a burrito or unos tacos. Yeah, girl. Yes. That is my go-to always, Mexican food.
You know how to cook?
I do.
You know what's so funny? So guys that are listening, you know, see if they have a good girl right here.
A housewife. No, but I do know how to cook. I mean, I'm no chef. I'm no chef, but I mean, we're not gonna starve, so.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you eat, I eat, you know. But I did actually get a little bit better though at seasoning stuff. Like my cousin has come over, le hecho like salmon, a piece of steak, or tilapia. So it's like
some cup of noodles.
I've been getting. That's the truth. It's cup of noodles, shrimp. No, but
put a cup of noodles in the pot and then mix it up and throw some steak in there.
Exactly. I'm like poner un huevito in the freaking noodles. There you go. You know.
Some
but
vegetables.
yeah, exactly. So it's like. But yeah, like I've been learning more now that I live on my own. Especially I live on my own. I don't have mama bear no more.
Okay.
So now that I live on my own, it's like I try to get more to cook better. You know, like mess with it and whatever. So lately I've been doing pretty good.
You've been teaching your son?
My son, he doesn't even want to do huevos, but he knows how to make huevos duros. Or a cup of noodle.
Boiled egg?
Yeah. Yeah, he that's what he knows how to do. Or un cup of noodles se sabe hacer él. But yeah, sometimes he is in the mood to help me. Like,
he's gonna
like,
watch this and go, man, Mom, you put me on blast.
I know, what the fuck?
Now his girls, all the girls that follow him, like, you don't even know how to cook, fool.
Never mind. Now he's like, now I have to learn how to cook, Mom.
Because women like guys that cook, you know. Like.
Yeah. One thing that he does do though, that let me just say because I don't want him to get mad. He does help around the house a lot. Like he's my little helper. So it's like a veces ya ni siquiera me levanto para limpiar anything because he's like, Mom, I'm gonna do this, okay? Or I'm gonna do it, or ya terminé el baño or whatever, you know. So it's like. Okay. Right, at least he's not dirty.
Yeah.
Well, he is not dirty at all.
Well, that's good.
Ese niño se baña en perfuma to go to sleep.
That's good that, you know, he's like that because a lot of kids at that age, you know, they don't like to do that. They don't even bother, you know, so they want to be stinky, you know, not brush their teeth.
Yeah, and he's about brushing his teeth, his face. He needs to have his. So it's like, okay, my kid likes a girl now. I feel it in my gut.
Yeah.
You know, but.
So let me ask you this thing, because you have your full-time job, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're full-time mom, of course, because your child lives with you. You said, right? Like full-time or
single mom, yeah.
Or what is it?
100%.
Oh, 100%. Okay, so say full-time mom and full-time worker, but you also have your music career. Mm-hmm. That's also like a whole part of you as well. Do you face any challenges to try to make the production and the producing of your songs?
Yeah. It's
money, you know? Like it's an investment, so
yeah, it's been really, really hard to put time on it. My producer and I, we have different schedules, so if he's available, sometimes I'm not available, or if I'm available, he's not available. So it's really hard to work, especially like I'm a single mom, so it's like no puedo solo tirar al niño and be like, oh, you know, it's all about me, you know. But I make it work though, and he's made it work with me. So far in that situation, like I'm good.
And financially, like as far as it goes, because I know like that costs a lot of money to make. It's not easy to produce, and to make beats and then to do, all your photo shoots or whatever have you, for your each of your singles and stuff like that. Like, do you find a struggle with that?
Luckily, I've been blessed when it comes to that. For example, my producer, like él y yo, we just collab together. Like he's done beats, and then we already have talked like cuando ya estemos más grande together, we're gonna financially be together.
Okay.
So I've been blessed with him. Photography, my first photo shoot, the girl that she collabed with me as well. It wasn't like a big pay that she expected from me. She kind of like helped me out with a good price, and so I've been blessed, girl. To be honest, I've been really, really blessed. Well, my videos I've done it myself, except Free. Free was actually produced by Ground Six. So with him, also another person that collabed with me, no puso tanto precio. So I've been so blessed. So I can't say I've had a struggle financially, at least not yet. Because I've found so many people that do want to work with me, and it's a price that I can manage. So I feel in that area, like I'm very blessed.
And what's the name of the producer that you keep mentioning that collabs with you, that works with you all the time?
That his name is Manny Paris.
Manny Paris?
Yeah. He is amazing producer. He actually also sings too. He also has his own music going on, and he's trying to work. So we both, I think that's why we're so attached to each other.
All your songs then?
He actually, the first one that produced the first 4 songs was his name was Flood Music. But we kind of like, went our separate ways. And then when me and Manny got together, I felt like we were more, not because we were both Salvadorian, right? But it's just, él sabía, because also we've been friends since middle school.
Oh, okay.
So it's like when when we collabed, I didn't even know he was into music, to be honest, when we were in school.
Oh, really?
So we could have been doing a lot of things since we were kids.
You were younger.
Pero nunca like supe, So now that we got older and then we got into contact and we started making music, it's like yo le decía my feelings and I'll be like this, and he'll be like, let's go. And I'm like, okay, let's do this, Yeah, so I'm really blessed to have Manny.
Aww.
I'm really excited. Love you, Manny.
And is he single? Asking for a friend.
He is single, but he don't like our way though. he like him.
That's the only.
Yeah, he's not straight.
Okay.
But if he was, girl, I mean, you could turn him. Maybe you could turn him.
with my friends.
Oh, Manny, I got you.
Man. And so, is there any hobbies that you like besides your music? I know, but like something that you love doing. That's just something like
Netflix and chill by myself.
All right.
Literally by myself.
What kind of movies all the time you hit? Like comedy, drama, or like scary movies?
So here's a funny story. My mom swore that I was gonna grow up to be a serial killer.
What?
Because when I was growing up, so my uncle, when I was little, he used to call me Chucky.
Chucky?
Because he couldn't,
Chucky.
I think he couldn't.
Chucky.
Yeah. So I don't think he could, was able to say, I don't know if he was just messing or he couldn't say Jackie.
Oh.
Pero me comenzaba a decir Chucky. Siempre decía Chucky. So as I was growing older, I saw the movie Chucky.
Okay.
I don't even know how the hell, because I was little. I shouldn't have even been watching it. But I fell in love with Chucky. I even have him tattooed right here.
Oh my God, where?
I have him tattooed right here.
You gotta show us.
Let me take it off now. Okay.
Take it off, guys. Oh man. You
Yeah.
have to take off the other one too?
Oh, I have to, girl. Shoot. I can't, but
oh
wait, right here, look.
We're gonna have to help.
Oh, right here. She wants to get me naked. This is not MA.
You need to do a close up on this or take a picture of it. Oh shit.
And then I got the bride up here. You could kind of see her
Chucky
though.
the bride too? Damn.
Yeah, but I put Jax on her because I'm the fucking bride. Yeah, so it's like he's just started calling me Chucky, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. So then I heard Chucky the doll, so I was like, oh, Chucky the doll, what the fuck? Like, I want to see this. I didn't say what the fuck when I was a kid, but then I fell in love with the damn doll. I saw it and I was like, ooh, I want to be that doll. I want to kill people.
Okay, so you were telling us about the movie Chucky.
Oh, okay. So I was watching Chucky, and then my mom ended up buying me the good guy doll. Pero era like the one that's fixed up. I mean, the one that is plain, the good guy doll.
Yeah.
So I was like, the hell, this puto, who the fuck are you? So I was like, let me get my marker. So I started like writing on him to make him like legit, and I would sleep with him.
Oh my God.
My mom would be like, I don't know about this. Yeah, and then me, I liked watching serial killer, like Charles Manson, what was the other? A bunch of serial killers. Lifetime movies, me encantan. Like anything that has to do with life like for real stuff, you know, like legit stuff, killer shit, I was into. And my mom was like, you're gonna be a serial killer, like you're gonna kill people. Like I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. And especially horror.
So you were always saying that you were growing up with the evil little Chucky, sleeping with him, and watching scary movies and serial killer movies.
Yeah, it was like my thing. Girl, I think I started watching like since 7 years old and up. Like I was always into like the dark stuff. Yeah. Tim Burton is my favorite director, and you pretty much know Tim Burton stuff are very, very, very dark. Yes. Yeah.
So you think that did your parents like go like in the war, or they grew up around that era or something? Or?
In El Salvador, yeah, there was the war between, I'm sure, the army and la guerrilla, and my dad was a guerrillero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was. And yes. My dad went through all of that stuff, you know, so did my uncle. So it's like, maybe that's why he was so mean to me. And then I was like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to do serial killer shit, you know? But yeah, he went through that. I've heard stories by both of them how it was awful over there, so they needed to get me the fuck out of there, you know? Yeah, because it was crazy. I don't know if anybody, or have you ever heard Voces Inocentes?
What's that?
I don't know. It's a movie. It's supposed to be from El Salvador. It kind of explains. Obviously, they couldn't film it in El Salvador. But it talks a little bit about like how it was over there. My mom would say, like freaking bombs left and right, tiroteos. You know, like it was awful. Like I'm so happy that they brought us here.
Oh wow.
Or me actually, because I was the only one born over there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Man, that's a scary feeling, you know?
Yeah, like I don't want...
In an area that you're like, all of a sudden don't know if you're going to even survive it.
Exactly, and I feel like I can't even imagine what they went through. Shoot, I hear like a firework that is not 4th of July. I'm like, what the fuck? Who shot who right now? It better not go through this window, you know? Like, so I don't even know how I would even deal with all of that, you know? Like, I'm sure they could tell stories left and right of when they were kids, you know? So I'm just blessed that I'm here in Los Estados Unidos with my green card. Oh, actually, I just became a citizen last year.
What? Congratulations.
Officially a citizen.
Damn, that's right. She's legit now, people.
I'm legit. You can't kick me out, Trump.
Wow, that's amazing. So there was another thing that I was thinking of asking you. So being a single mom and, you know, doing, you know, your struggles, your hustle and all that stuff, what accomplishments are you proud of? Like, what are you proud of yourself? Because, you know, sometimes we focus on others, of what we're proud of others, you know, but we forget about ourselves, you know, to give us credit, you know, to give ourselves credit. So what are you thankful for and proud of yourself for?
I'm proud that I didn't give up on my son, and I'm proud that I didn't give up on myself. Because like I was telling you earlier, it's like I've been through so much left and right that, girl, if we get into a topic, I need tequila, girl, you know, to talk about that, because I'm proud. Like, I'm very, very proud that, you know, I wasn't ready to be a mom. Like, I didn't want kids at all.
How old were you when you had your kid?
I was 23. Oh, crap. Now you guys know my age. I still look young, though.
Yeah, you look good.
I look younger than these girls nowadays. But, so I was 23. And at that time, dude, because I didn't start drinking or smoked weed, Mom, not weed. I didn't start doing that till I was 21. Because I was kind of like legit scared of my dad, you know, so I didn't want to like get caught and shit, you know, so I didn't start doing that. So technically, solo tuve como 2 años of going out and partying and feeling that life, because like I said, he was pretty strict, so I wasn't able to like just go out whenever the hell I wanted to. I literally had to like work myself to even go to the mall, you know, so with him, it's like I feel like I wasn't a perfect mom in the beginning. I struggled with all that because I had the postpartum.
Oh, you did?
So it's like...
That must have been horrible.
Yeah, it was really, really bad for me. Thankfully, my mom, even though I had like issues with my parents, like I cannot say that they didn't help me. Like, they were there for me when it came to my son.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of myself that I got this place for us, especially we have our own place that I can say it's our own place, me and his, because I always wanted to do what my parents did for me, you know?
Yeah.
Regardless of how they raised us or the situations I went through with my dad, he made sure we had a roof over our heads, like both of them. Like they were good parents as far as taking care of us, you know?
Okay, they were good providers.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I'm very proud that I never gave up on my son, even though I didn't want kids. But when he came and I knew that I was pregnant, I was like, fuck it, we're doing this together, you know? Like, I couldn't be that person, you know? And like, no judging anybody else that wasn't ready or whatever. I'm saying for me, from my mentality, like, I was so proud of myself to become a mom, even though I struggled, and still just moving forward, even though I've been struggling, you know, throughout the years and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of that.
Oh. And so, besides that, are you also like proud of the music? You know,
Yes.
you found something that you're like, wow, like I'm actually doing this, because you said you've always wanted to be a singer.
So yeah, I've always wanted. I remember when I was in choir and also in middle school, and then trying to get into dance like classes in high school or meterme en, you know, stuff like that. I always thought of myself like, man, when I'm on stage, like I want to hear that crowd singing my song or screaming out my name,
out her
you know, and I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? No, but you know, yeah. So it's like I've always wanted that, and even though, like I said, like siempre he querido hacerlo, but because of situations, siempre I would have a pause, especially like I would get in a relationship and they weren't really supportive of a certain situation.
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's like, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm going to be in this relationship. And plus, when you're like, you know, I didn't have kids there, so estaba enamorada or whatever in those times, you know. So I'm so proud too. Like, I feel like this year is my year, to be honest. It's more about like, don't talk about it, be about it.
Exactly.
So yo siento que este año, like, it's going to be a lot of good things for me coming up.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. You gotta say it into existence instead of saying like, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, because that's one thing that I've learned a lot throughout my life. Like, if you keep saying try, I'm gonna try, I'll try to be there, or I'm gonna try to lose weight, I'm gonna try to do this, I'm gonna try to do that, and it's kind of like you're being already a negative.
Yeah.
You're putting a negative on it, and you kind of like don't even go and push your dreams, because you're just kind of like, like, you know, whatever. But if you say, no, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and a lot of people are afraid of accountability, you know, so that's why they stay quiet. That's why a lot of people stay quiet and they don't want to say what they want to do and want to fulfill, because of the fact that they don't want to be told, you said you were going to be this and look at you now, or look at you. So they're afraid of that. But there's a good, you don't have to tell everybody like what you're going to do, but at least if you have an accountability partner, one person, maybe two people in your life that you go, hey, you know what, I'm planning on this project, what do you think, or help me out, you know, and this is what I'm gonna do, and they're like, yeah, go for it, you know. And at least you to have that one person, but you don't have to tell everybody, but at least that one person that's gonna be like, put you straight, at least like, hey, like what happened, like you could do this, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't give up on yourself. So I think that's very important to have, you know.
Yes, yes, and luckily I do have those couple of people.
That's good.
A handful, literally.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a lot of friends
too, so
I'm okay with my little circle.
Little circles, that's no problem with me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely. So it's I totally get that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. So I know that like when I met you in person, well, we didn't really get to talk. We were dancing.
Yeah.
I met you at the house parties of the 90s.
Yeah.
We were getting a jiggy on right there. So
that's how we met. That's when we started vibing. I was like, come here, girl.
Yeah, we were just dancing, making a little circle, doing the battle.
Oldskool trying to battle me.
Yeah, Oldskool.
Till this day.
All of us were just in the groove shack. Everybody, you know, Doris, we were all there having a good old time.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really get to like talk to you, but then when I did get to talk to you was at the Oldskool's event when Scrappy was there and the other Evolve and all them. And I was talking to you, telling you like, hey, you know what, you got a good thing going, you know, you I see something in you, you know.
Yeah.
And we gotta promote you, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, nah, you have a
She
promoter?
wasn't lying, y'all.
I was
she
like,
wasn't
you got a promoter? And you're like, no. And I was just like, well, you need someone to like spread your news out, to spread your songs and stuff like that. And so I thought that was good that you were like accepting about it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I want to do that. ever since then, like, man,
just me.
It's been like so many followers and people asking about you and stuff like that. And
need a promoter? Hit up 2Souls.
Yeah, so I'm really good that, I'm really grateful of working with you, and then also you became my friend. So
yeah,
we're not only just working as, business partners.
We're gonna get drunk after this. No.
It's a Modelo time.
I don't drink beer, but it's tequila time for me.
All right, so do you want to say any maybe motivational words to the younger audience that we might be having, or someone that wants to be inspired by being in the music industry?
Don't give up on your dreams. Don't pause. I know life happens, but if life is happening, shit, sing it. Sing it, write it down, talk about it. For sure, don't hide yourself in a freaking box. Get out of that box and don't be afraid to do it, because you don't want it to be too late. That's my thing right now. I don't want to be old and be like, fuck, I didn't do this, I'm like, yeah, I might be older now, but I'm not gonna die one day and say, oh, si lo hubiera hecho,
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. Y si me sale, me sale. Si no, I tried. So for sure.
At least you could say you did it,
Exactly. So for sure, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever it is, shit, you want to be the biggest chef, go for it. Who gives a fuck if you burn a bunch of shit, Do it.
So is there any shout outs or anybody that you would like to shout out on the show?
Well, 2Souls is right here.
Aww.
The Groove Shack Radio, for sure. Manny, my producer. Oldskool, Denise, my cousin, Shelly, my son, he's my #1 fan. And that's it. Everybody else, hey, what's it?
All right, well, we're already done. We're wrapping this up, and we just want to say thank you for watching. 2Souls is out. Jax.
Adios.
Let me tell you something.